To everyone who says this set is just mid, y'all be crazy.
5, 4, 3, 2.
What's up, guys? It's Yugi Bros, and today I want to talk about the Rarity Collection 2 controversy, right? So, a little, I don't know, like maybe a couple days ago, there was like this spoiler that dropped. It had like SP Little Knight and a bunch of other stuff, Typhon and stuff confirmed, right, for Rarity Collection 2, and obviously that was fake. That was debunked fake. Also, there were cards in that spoiler that were already in the Rarity Collection 1, and Konami had confirmed nothing in Rarity Collection 1 would be Rarity Collection 2, but, you know, I digress. But people are hating on the spoiler, and I don't. People need to chill for a second. The reason, okay, that this set is not as hype, I guess, or up to date with reprints as the people thought it would be, is mainly because this is like an overcast of like the last 25 years, right? So yes, there are cards in here that came out last year that are relevant, or I guess somewhat relevant, like Pearly, Guardian Chimera, stuff like that, but this wasn't supposed to be the reprint set of everything from last year. That's what the tins are always designated for, right? And then we also have Battles of Legend, which comes out in June, and that's probably going to have some other cards in it too, like maybe a Chaos Angel, right? Like, I understand people's thought process on, we're going to get Chaos Angel and Thrust and Big Welcome Labyrinth in the set, and it's like, no, this set is not reserved for that. Honestly, no one expected this set after the first one came out anyway, because it's the 25th anniversary thing. But, like, the point of this set is not to encompass things from the last, like, 12 months of Yu-Gi-Oh! It's to encompass the last 25 years of Yu-Gi-Oh! Which is why there are cards in here like Raikou the Lightsworn Hunter and Super Nimble Mega Hamster for, like, older formats. Rescue Cat, for example. Granted, that's just a good card in general. But, like, If you compare this to the first Rarity Collection, everyone's like, first Rarity Collection was an absolute banger, Rarity Collection 2 is kind of whatever. It's like, hold up. Can we compare these for a second? Because I just want to go through this. So, on your screen right now is Rarity Collection 2's full spoiler. There is, I'm not going to go through every single card here, but, like, cards to note that people are probably like, what the F, are like Raikou, Super Nimble, the silent guys are here. Granted, they have new support, and that's why they're here. Trish is just kind of dated at this point, but, like, we get it, right? And Spirit Dragon, like, they're gonna they're gonna cater to, like, the Blue Eyes fans and stuff. Like, it makes sense. And then if you go to the Spell and Traps and the XYZs and the Links, Boral End, right? This card was already worth nothing, so now it's in here again, but, like, it gets a QC. Also, if this is in here, why isn't Heat Soul in here? I believe that's because Heat Soul was in the tins last year as a QC, so Boral End is the opposite there. XYZ Encore, love to see that reprint, by the way. And then, like, here's the last little bit, Spell and Traps, and it's like, Exosister packs. We already had Exosister packs in last year's tins, why is that here? And obviously the biggest proprietor of everything here is Sol and Luna. Why that not Fenrir? Why not Fenrir? I don't get it. But, in all, right, if you go through this set, there's a lot of good stuff. The problem is everyone wants it to be the last 12 months of good stuff that we just don't have. But, like, people forget, the way the tins work is it's the last entire year's sets, usually. The only exception to that rule as of recent is last year's tins didn't include Power of the Elements from 2022. But 2022 was weird, and Power of the Elements got an unlim print very early to kind of kill its prices. And it was also the Tier 0 format of Tier and Sprite to lesser note. But then also they confirmed Power of the Elements for this year's tins along with all the stuff from last year anyway. So they're gonna include it anyway. And people tend to forget this, especially Photon Hypernova came out last year. It was just the beginning of last year, right? Whatever set comes out at the beginning of the year gets the longest time to get a reprint because, it's the oldest set from that type of year that the tin will then encompass the following year. So you wait more than a year for the reprints, which is why sometimes they reprint cards from the January, February set earlier, like Pot of Prosperity, for example, or in this case, they reprinted Thrust early last year for us, or not early last year, late last year for us, to give us like a midway point reprint before it's going to get its mass reprint in the tins. So you know, people wanted Big Welcome or Chaos Angel, which also wasn't. Chaos Angel was not in the Hope Photon Hypernova. It was in Cyberstorm Access. So, like, for Chaos Angel to get a reprint earlier than I don't know, May, June, wouldn't have really made sense. And so I guess I understand why people wanted it in here. I thought it had a good chance to be in here, but I understand it's not in here because it's going to be in the tins, right? And they need to sell the tins somehow. I don't know if you guys remember, but last year's tins were pretty lackluster, and a big reason for that is because a lot of the cards that were supposed to be the money cards in that set got reprinted early in Monsters Revenge and other stuff, and so the set itself kind of just petered and didn't do a whole lot. So, you know, they're going to want to try and sell those sets. Another thing people are complaining about is Trident Dragon is not in this set. Now, let me be the first to say this set doesn't feel like it's the home for Trident Dragon. I would expect Trident Dragon to be in something like the Battles of Legends set, where the card just needs a reprint, but don't give it 7 reprints and obliviate it into the sun. You know, like, it's not an iconic card. It now has a deck that makes it an iconic card, but it was never an iconic card before. And yes, I understand Soul and Luna is not an iconic card. I get it, but the card that I'm shocked wasn't in here is Fenrir, because Fenrir already had its Megatin reprint, and it has its ulti in the OTS, and it's got its original. That would have made perfect sense to be in here. If it's not in here, I guess it gets the Battles of Legend treatment, question mark? That's one that blows my mind. That should probably have been in here, because then it would have had the QC and the other ones and stuff. But all in all, if you are to compare this whole set to Rarity Collection 1, right? If you go through Rarity Collection 1 here with me, I'm going to list off absolute bangers. Or, I'm sorry, I'm going to list off absolute duds. Right, and we're going to compare duds together. Now, Lone Fire is not a dud, but the card's been reprinted to hell, so I would argue that's a dud, just for like a card that didn't need the reprint. Ferris only caters to hero players. I think these sets are better reserved for more generic cards, but I understand, like, we have Pearly in the new one, so, you know, maybe we don't count this, but, like, let's just go 1, 2, you know, these are generic, these are generic, these are generic. Fairy Tail Luna, 3, because it's not Snow, and Snow's banned anyway. Generic. Blackwing Simoon, 4. Jackalope, arguably 5. I don't have a problem with Jackalope, except for the fact that there's no other dangers in these. There should have been more dangers, but alright, let's not say 5. Let's still say 4. Blue Eyes Abyss, that's 5 for sure. Only caters to Blue Eyes. Afterglow, 6, because it only caters to that. Win the Wind Charmer, or Channeler. I don't know. It's not great. Let's say 6.5. Let's go even further here. Iris Swordsoul, nobody wanted this. 7.5. Ben 10, no, that's probably fine. Drago, Mudragon, God Slime. Alright, here's one. I mean, this didn't need to be in this set at all. 8.5. Junk Speeder. Baron de Fleur. Oh, I'm so sorry. No, I'm not. Angel of Mischief, 10.5. Well, let's just say 11. Let's stop saying half. Full Armor Photon, 11, 12, 13. Oh, no, I'm sorry. Numeron's kind of generic for those OTKs. So we're still at 12, right? 12. Code Talker Inverted, 13. No one wanted that. Going on down. 13. Let's say 14. Spellbook of Judgment. I'm sorry, Spellbook fans, but, like, unless you're playing Spellbooks, and no one is, nobody wanted this. So 14. Magical Ice Fusion, 15. No one wanted that. Let's say, what else we got? Magician's Salvation, 16. Nobody needed this in a Rarity Collection set. 16. Ice Barrier, 17. Arguably the most annoying thing to pull out of this set. 17. Shadal Schism, 18. I get it, but I don't. Like, it didn't need to reprint here. Alright, so we just counted 18 cards in this set that are absolute worthless. Nobody wants them except for the niche fan base, and that's it. Alright, let's go through this new set's duds that no one wants. So Super Nimble and Raikou are questionable, right? They're like old-timey favorites, but they're not archetype specific. Well, Lights, it is, but it's not. I'm going to wait on those before I go back. The Silence, right? No one really cares about these, except for the archetype. So 1 and 2 right off the bat. I'll come back to these two in a second. So 1, 2 right there. 1, 2 punch. Aluber, you could argue is 3, but there's enough generic different ways to play this card that I'd probably just wait on it. Blue Eyes Jet Dragon is one that, like, only Blue Eyes fans are going to care about, so 3. Pearly is arguably 4, but the card does need a reprint. I just don't think it needed to go in this set. But anyways, Service, I'd argue, I understand Voiceless Voice, but like this card is also just a generic hand trap, so I'm not gonna put it there for now. But I do understand like it's not great. Same goes for this Ringo Worm thing. So like let's just say 4 or 5 right now. All right, let's go on, keep on down. Magnifica 6 because it's to a specific archetype only. Borland, arguably, but like I'm gonna wait on it, right? Charge is 7 because again it goes to only Lightsworn, so I guess Raikou counts in there, so we'll go 8. Bingo 9 because it's only a Blue Eyes card, and then the planets. I'm sorry, hold on. I'll wait on the planets because the planets need the reprints. So Sol and Luna 10, right? Pax 11. The Pearlies 12, 13, I guess, and then the planets, I guess we're gonna count them as 1 because like sometimes they're more generic than they can be. So like 14, 15. Again though, right? We have the same amount of cards in the first rarity over the second rarity, but the cards I named in this one are significantly more relevant than Blackwing, Simoon the Poison Wind, or Ice Barrier, right? I think this set is pretty damn good. I think a lot of people are hating on this set because it doesn't have the chilling reprints, thrust, Chaos Angel, big welcome that like everyone was like super hyped for. And guys, stop saying SP Little Knight and Typhon. They're in the tins. They'll be in the tins. Calm down. The freaking Horus cards will be in the tins. Calm down. We don't need them now, okay? It hasn't even been a full year, right? Like, this set's fine. This set's fine. I get it. If you were to look at this set, what are the quote-unquote money cards? It's going to be obviously the QCs of the hand traps once again. That's just how it's going to be. And then access code probably. Oh, Appaloosa for sure. IP for sure. The all arts are big. But, like, chill. Chill. I think this set's solid. XYZ Encore gets its first reprint ever. Like, that's a big deal. Especially because that card's still not bad. I think people just need to chill out for a second. Ultimate Slayer gets the reprint. It's from Pote. Pote didn't have reprints. Again, it'll be in the tins, but Slayer is one of those cards that's like not going to make or break the tin change price-wise if it gets reprinted early. So, in short, I think this set is solid. I think people are just very prisoner of the moment, and they're like, where's my, stuff from the last 6 months? Where's that? And it's like, it's not coming yet, okay? We haven't even had a full year to experience SP Little Knight and Wanteds and Diabell Star and all that crap. That came out, believe it or not, 6 months ago. I know it's felt like longer, but it's been 6 months. That's it. They're not going to be here until the thins, at minimum. So, maybe Battles of Legend, because it's like a little bit early, but maybe not. You never know. But those are just my thoughts, guys. What do you think? Leave your comments down below, and yeah, I'll see you guys in the next video.
For more amazing Speed Duel content, subscribe to Yugi Bros. It's time to duel!